Welcome back to iQuiz channel! General knowledge about first things happened from easy to impossible level. Before we get started, please subscribe to our channel and like the video. Let's go! For the first question, tell me who was the first president of the United States? Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, or George Washington? From 1789 to 1797. Go for this one. What was the first animal to be sent into space? Dog, monkey, or cat? I feel bad for that dog. Which was the first manned mission to land on the moon? Apollo 11, Apollo 13, or Gemini 7? Which country was the first to legalize same-sex marriage? United States, Netherlands, or Canada? I have nothing to say for this decision. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Fantasia, or Bambi? Which country was the first to use paper money? China, Egypt, or India? I didn't know that. Who was the first person to climb Mount Everest? Edmund Hillary, Reinhold Messner, or George Mallory? Which was the first city to host the modern Olympic Games? Paris, Athens, or Rome? What was the first video ever uploaded to YouTube? Charlie Bit My Finger, Me at the Zoo, or Evolution of Dance? And the last video is this video. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Marie Curie, Jane Addams, or Rosalind Franklin? Let me ask harder questions. What was the first mass-produced car? Ford Model T, Volkswagen Beetle, or Chevrolet Impala? Who was the first person to travel into space? Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, or Alan Shepard? Which was the first country to grant women the right to vote? New Zealand, United States, or Australia? What was the first film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? Gone with the Wind, Wings, or Casablanca? Which was the first manned spacecraft to orbit the Earth? Vostok 1, Apollo 7, or Sputnik 1? What was the first human-made object to reach space? Sputnik 1, Explorer 1, or V2 rocket? Which was the first country to industrialize? United States, Germany, or United Kingdom? Who was the first actor to portray James Bond on screen? Roger Moore, Sean Connery, or George Lazenby? I'm sure you didn't know that. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's keep going. What was the first video game console ever made? Atari 2600, Magnavox Odyssey, or Nintendo Entertainment System? My father had one. Which city was the first to have a subway system? London, New York, or Paris? What was the first electronic general-purpose computer? ENIAC, UNIVAC, or Colossus? Answer this one and get ready for hard level. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Amelia Earhart, Harriet Quimby, or Bessie Coleman? Which was the first human organ to be successfully transplanted? Heart, kidney, or liver? Who was the first man to reach the South Pole? Robert Falcon Scott, Roald Amundsen, or Ernest Shackleton? What was the first country to abolish the death penalty? Venezuela, Portugal, or France? What was the first satellite to orbit Earth? Sputnik 1, Explorer 1, or Vanguard 1? Who was the first human to walk in space? Neil Armstrong, Alexei Leonov, or Buzz Aldrin? What was the first human-made object to land on the moon? Luna 2, Apollo 11, or Surveyor 1? Who was the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in different scientific fields? Marie Curie, Linus Pauling, or Frederick Sanger? What was the first country to send an animal into orbit around Earth? The United States, Soviet Union, or China? What was the first computer virus to spread in the wild? Creeper, Brain, or Melissa? Who was the first person to perform a successful heart surgery? Daniel Hale-Williams, Christian Barnard, or Michael DeBakey? You really did a great job. Which was the first country to use paper for writing? Egypt, China, or Sumer? Who was the first mathematician to calculate the circumference of the Earth? Pythagoras, Euclid, or Eratosthenes? And the last one, what was the first artificial satellite to be launched by the United States? Explorer 1, Vanguard 1, or Pioneer 1? Guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and